The 4EMU's training matrix program is designed to provide compliance with the legislation and also to allow frontline managers and supervisors to ensure that the people they have doing the work are qualified and competent. The frontline supervisor is legally responsible to ensure the worker can do the work safely and competently. What we have designed gives the supervisor on the job live access to the training data so he can confirm licenses, qualifications and verification of competencies. It is pointless having all this data and it is not available to the responsible person. Our Safe Work Procedure module clearly states the qualifications, competencies, and VOCs needed to do the job. This is the sign-off sheet the supervisor checks off every shift from the online Safe Work Procedure. The supervisor is required to check the various qualifications, licenses and competencies for the job to be done against the workers he is using for the tasks. This is now a simple process. The supervisor has live read-only access to the Skills Matrix module. You will notice when it is opened it automatically checks all licenses, qualifications and VOCs are still current. Some items have expiry dates. The supervisor will go to the Reports menu. In this case he is looking for all Atlas personnel who have a C-class driving license. In seconds we find all Atlas personnel with the correct license. Next we want to find all Atlas personnel who have completed the VOC, conveyors, working around or on conveyors. The information is found in seconds and the supervisor can do his checks. Of course the supervisor may be only looking at one person. That is a simple task as well. Here we are checking one person has an angle grinder VOC, which is a legal requirement to use an angle grinder. We check another Atlas worker and see he does not have an angle grinder VOC, so he should not be using the angle grinder. This is critical to stop a person injuring themselves, then the regulatory body finding out that the person was never deemed competent to actually do the job. This leaves the company and the supervisor exposed to serious legal action. The next check is for all Atlas personnel who have the qualification firefighting, demonstrate first attack. It finds personnel. Note we have no expiry date for this qualification. Some companies require this qualification to be redone every 2 years. That is a simple process to add to the master data. Next we want to check that a guy doing a technical job is actually a qualified tradesman. This is simple as well. There is a lot more to the training matrix module, but it gives instant access to any person's qualifications, licenses and VOCs. Here we are getting a PDF download of one person's information, which includes copies of all paperwork. This is really simple to use. Ignore some of the images of the paperwork. The scanned images are meant to be copies of licenses, qualifications and VOCs. The training skills matrix also has a to-do list. This is the area where we enter licenses, qualifications and VOCs the person has to complete by a date we set in the database. So let's have a look at all upcoming training requirements for Atlas. Take seconds to get the information. This is reading the information directly from the database. We enter all this information in the administration area of the program. It is a simple task. You can also select one employee for Atlas or multiple employees. The database does all the hard work of sorting data. It is a simple process to then send each employee his training requirements or provide a list to managers of all required training. This takes seconds to do. There is also the ability to look at overdue training by any date. We can select a date, say in May 5, 2025, and instantly see what training has fallen due if not done by that date. This process is beneficial to sort out training courses or VOCs. It helps organize the trainers and allows managers to see what time is needed for their workforce to be compliant. All this data is stored in databases, so it is a simple process to add whatever reports or processes are required. This is only one small module that feeds live information to the managers and supervisors on the job to ensure compliance with the regulations. There are other modules and live data which we show on our Supervisor information flowchart. There is also a comprehensive work group information flowchart which shows the live information flow to and from the work group. The FOREMU system is the only system that provides live information to the work group, supervisors and managers to ensure compliance with the legislation. Information to your responsible people and to the workforce is not an option anymore.